Good morning, ladies and gents. It's not sunny. Yep, that's the first thing you've noticed. And that's unfortunate. Why? Because this lovely couple here have been struggling for a while to get a picture without somebody walking through the middle of it. Now, obviously, there's the photographer. It's just not going to happen because they've chosen one of the single busiest choke points in the whole of London, a city of 11 million people. So probably not the greatest idea. Very busy this morning. I'm not sure why, actually. It's very busy, but it sure is. And look, see how many people just stop in the middle of the road and then just pretty much block everyone else from being able to go about their business. Now you might be wondering, why is it that everyone decides to stop here and cause a bit of commotion? Well, folks, the thing that they're looking at is right here. That is the money shot, okay? And that's why we've constantly got lovely tourists, despite this massive throng of people that is pretty much never ending here. Lovely tourists eating buns, stuffing in their mouth, can't wait for lunch, trying to get pictures, completely ignoring the crowds behind them. The police quickly zooming over to arrest, hopefully, some scammers on the bridge. But just notice, folks, I can stand here, guys, for hours, and it's this constant, relentless number of people coming from the bridge, from the pier, from the tube station, from embankment, from all over the place, which is completely and utterly ridiculous. But that's why we love London. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, moving swiftly on. Hopefully, I know it's breezy today, but hopefully the microphone is not picking that up. I've got reasonable sort of protection against, light gusts, but as long as we don't get, kind of wind, we should be all right. A bit of really an update, but a bit of disappointing news, people. A handful, at least that I know, I mean, there are probably loads more, but a handful of troopers that are returning this week contacted me to express their disgust at the fact that a few channels have published pictures of them, this was last week, visiting friends, colleagues, partners at horse guards when they were not in ceremony uniform. In other words, they were off-duty troopers. Their faces, very distinctive features, etc., etc., easily identifiable in 1 second. And a couple of people are so stupid, they've even actually used the trooper's face. Okay, bear in mind, off-duty trooper, no hat, no glasses, completely identifiable, 100%, as a thumbnail for their videos. And as if that isn't bad enough, I mean, that's pretty bad, I think we'd all agree. As if that isn't bad enough, a few people have actively refused to remove those videos. I say a few. I mean, one has removed all of them. Absolutely great, massive respect to that channel for doing so. The channels that I'm referring to, folks, just to clarify, not that it matters, it doesn't matter. I'm not including a certain disagreement with the channel last week. Absolutely nothing to do with that channel at all. These are other new scammy channels run by people who tend to stand at horse guards for 3, 4, 5 hours, 7 days a week, in a static position, filming the same rubbish constantly. So one bright idea that came up, don't know what you think about this, people, is for those channels to be exposed. But, and this is the key thing, not by me, but by the troopers themselves when they're off duty. Okay, so they would come down and they would identify the idiots that are running these spammy channels and post their faces across social media. See how they like it. I mean, I personally think that's an outstanding idea, to be honest with you. And I said as much to the trooper that I was talking to last night. Because some people, including people I thought were somewhat more ethical, should we say, clearly have no morals whatsoever, which is a real shame. Okay? Let me explain why it's kind of kicked off in this way now. For people running YouTube channels, the summer is the kind of the low point. People get a little bit desperate, post all kinds of rubbish, sensationalize this, sensationalize that, all sorts of little, graphics and arrows and my God, wow, OMG, all this kind of rubbish on their videos. because the summer for viewing figures on YouTube is the lowest point of the year. Why? Well, because like all of these lovely people here, people are outside enjoying the nice weather, getting their vitamin D shots, traveling, spending time with their family, having barbecues, going to the beach, blah 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 blah. In other words, far less people watch YouTube in June, July, August, going into September than they do, for example, October through to April, May, when it's colder and you spend more time at home. So this is why we've got this problem now with people who are desperately scraping to get, you know, lots and lots of views. So it's all about the views because it equals more cash. And I personally think that's really sad, okay? Now, all of you know I couldn't give a stuff about how many views or how much this or... It's irrelevant, completely irrelevant. For me, this kind of content should be entertaining and educational, okay? It shouldn't be run, one, as a business, two, as a sole source of income, and three, more importantly, in my mind, unethically. And it is a real pity, actually, that the actions of a small group of idiots potentially will lead to bans being handed out. Now, we saw this, didn't we, with a clown that put a microphone on the gate last week. We don't need to refer to what happened with the gunner, that's now behind us, but that was incident number 2 in the space of 7 days. Yesterday, incident number 3. Now, I'm kind of wondering, you know, lovely as they are, just how far the patience of troopers, families, friends, relatives, Ministry of Defence, horseguards, London District, how much their patience can be tested before they just say, you know what, we've had enough, all of you get lost. If you cannot respect the fact it's a military establishment, where it's located, its function, its purpose, its royal history and connection, and more importantly, the fact that it is a very popular site for visitors from around the world, then yeah, you know, I go back to this licensing thing. It might be better if they just say, you know what, everyone get lost, you're not filming here anymore. And anyone with a brain and respect would not even bother to argue or challenge that. They say, okay, we get it, you know, of course we won't, out of respect for the troopers. It's completely and utterly ridiculous how things have deteriorated in the past few months. And sadly, ladies and gents, much as it would pain me to not be able to cover this for you, I would understand why, if that happened. Where are you from?
Florida.
You're from Florida?
Yeah.
Have you just visited Horseguards?
I was just there.
What did you think?
I love it.
Amazing, no?
I watch you almost every day.
Wait, you watch me almost every...
Yeah.
You're joking.
No.
I just walking towards you, going to Horseguards and bump into you and you actually know the channel.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Greg.
Pleasure. John.
Nice to
Really
meet you,
nice to
Johnny.
meet you. Which part of Florida?
Tampa.
Yeah? And being here, much colder now or kind of normal? I mean, how is this? We've got t-shirts on.
This is cold. This is cooler than Florida.
This for you is preferable to the Floridian climate.
But I like it, yeah.
Yeah, me too. It's humid though. No, I know it's not Florida humid, but it's still pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's next for you?
Big Ben?
You're not going to climb it?
No, just going to look at it. I haven't seen it without scaffolding before.
Yeah.
I've been here several times, but it's always had scaffolding around it.
I mean, it is looking rather nice. Around the corner is absolutely packed. The thing is, people in today's video are not going to believe for a second that a random viewer from Florida just happened to be walking towards me. So do you want to confirm that I didn't pay you, that we've never met before?
No.
That never happened in a year of filming.
No.
Pleasure though.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
I'll
Thank you,
probably
Greg.
see you again. I'll be back there.
Yeah, do. Say hi. Thank you. Oh, wow. Guys, I was not expecting that. What a super nice guy, eh? Absolutely lovely and amazing. I'm thinking, so, you know, random tourists just giving us a wave like sometimes happens. But wow, an actual regular viewer bumps into me on Whitehall. Then all they've done to this phone box, it's kind of destroyed. Oops. And is kind enough to take some time out of his sightseeing day to say hello to me. Massive thanks, Greg, and respect for that. Very kind of you. Oh golly, Whitehall was really chocker, people. Yikes. I'm just thinking, actually, yeah, I might as well go through with the rest of the throng, otherwise we're going to get stuck in the road. Now, bearing in mind, tomorrow, of course, is Thursday, no guard change. But Friday, ladies and gents, drum roll, I do believe, will be return of HCAV. And odd as this might sound to a lot of you, the gunners are more than happy that they're done. Okay, that might sound like a weird thing to hear. Oh, you know, blah blah. But trust me, they worked that off in the past few months. Now it'll be interesting to see. I'm pretty sure that the draft darker horses will be back today. That change would already happen. I'm a teeny bit later than usual. Not for any negative reason, but mainly because of the fact that so many other things to do yesterday. By the time all that was done, there's many messages as possible replied to. It was almost 2:30 a.m, so hence a slightly later start today. Gosh, the summer groups have really started arriving. And again, folks, to emphasise, British school children still haven't finished. The majority of them are still at school, finishing very soon. In fact, actually, the majority finished this week. Those who had exams finished 2 weeks ago, actually 2-3 weeks ago. This guy's arguing, saying that I should be let in so Keir Starmer is my biological father. The officer is saying, no, he's not your biological father. I don't believe it for a second. So unless you turn up with a DNA test or a test tube full of your and Keir's, I can't let you in. He's like, okay, I'll go to St Thomas Hospital and get it. Officer's like, no problem, come back when you've got the DNA test or the fun in the test tube. That's the first time I ever got away from one of you guys at Downing Street, I swear. Thank you very much. Cheers. Okay, it's going to be one of those days, folks. I can feel it. How's about that? A friendly officer at Downing Street. Love it. I don't know him. I didn't pay him. Never met him before. You're going to start thinking I'm setting this kind of stuff up. Right, I'm kind of in the middle of a tour group. Involuntarily. Actually, wait. You know what? Let's go out this way. Here. That's a bit better. Now we've got some more space. Okay, so when we hit horseguards, we should shortly have the first pre-palace tourists. Sorry, apologies guys, post-palace tourists, pre-palace tourists. I need to build a time machine for that. Post-palace tourists arriving shortly. Now, if any of you have any creative solutions, folks, vis-a-vis how to deal with the, should we say, less than ethical people that film, okay? Post it in the comments. What do you think should be done? You know, I've sort of mentioned way before this nonsense that maybe licensing and background checks, limited number of people. Well, they could draw it by ballot, or they could, you know, background check people, decide who they want. Because I personally think that half a dozen licenses at, say, £5,000 a year each, would be perfect. That means there will be 6 people licensed to film. No one else is allowed in the yard. 30k to HCAV and the Household Cavalry Museum, and no more unethical nonsense, otherwise they simply revoke the license. That could be part of the agreement one signs for the license. Revocation available without notice at the discretion of London districts. MOD lawyers, it can be done really easily. Just my thoughts, people. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm wondering actually why so much barriering. What's this weekend? What is coming this weekend? I wonder. Golly gosh, we've got sort of 2 lanes and I'm walking the wrong one, I think. Oops. Hey guys, I've always been a bit of a rebel, as I think a lot of you have already figured out. Wow, it's absolutely chock-a-wocka here. What on earth? What time is it? It's exactly 11:35, so the situation at Buckingham Palace, i.e. the morning guard change, has finished. But no one would have had the time to get here already from the palace, not even close. So where on earth have all of these people come from? I'm thinking, I mean, just look at it, guys. It is an absolute veritable sea of tourist loveliness. Goodness gracious gosh. Okay, so let's keep a good spot right in the front and try not to move around too much today, otherwise we're going to end up with not a lot, actually, if we keep moving, because there are just too many people and most of the video will be me stuck in the crowd. I did warn you all, guys, that this is what we had to look forward to, and here it is. Absolutely mind-bogglingly busy. I'm just going to let the camera speak, guys. I mean, what can I say? It's okay. It's like I think Paris is going to be during the Olympics.
It's stupid.
I was just saying in my video a minute ago, but British school children haven't even started their holidays yet. When you add that lot into the mix next week, wait for it.
This is stupid.
Yeah, it makes your job virtually impossible, doesn't it, with this many people? You can't even move around.
Got it, don't I?
You just got people's haircuts in your videos. Oh.
This is ridiculous.
At the moment, folks, I feel quite privileged. We've actually got a clear line of sight from myself and the camera for all of you to the horse. It won't last. Get ready for some more bobbing heads.
It's alright with the small people.
Yeah, massively so, actually. I think that's how that group of small Filipino women managed to capture all that stuff just standing there. Have you noticed them with the cameras? That line of 6 or 7 of them just stand there for hours in the same spot.
Well, you do that, and all you spend hours here.
What are you talking about? How long have you ever seen me here for? An hour and a half per day, max?
I don't know. I don't start. The maximum I stay is 12 o'clock, and then I go home. So you're still here till I go home.
Yeah, so an hour and a half. Wait, you actually seriously think I'm here all day?
I don't know.
You must be joking. No.
There's a lot of people that do.
I know. I was actually.
A lot of sad people here.
I was referring to that, in fact, when I started the video, because I can't understand how people will stand in the same spot for 4 to 5 odd hours. I don't ever remember being here past 1 o'clock in the last couple of months.
I haven't seen you. Only the time I've seen you is I've been here
in the mornings.
10 o'clock till 12, and I go home. I don't know what time you go.
Exactly.
So I don't know.
Because we both know this is a smart time to be here when there are less tourists.
There's tourists. Look at it.
Yeah, I know.
There's no less tourists now, is it?
No, but we know it's going to stay like this until what? Probably September, late September.
It's never a break now. It's always like it. Always.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate.
Years ago, it used to be a break like September. Then you used to break, and then apart from COVID, that was better.
Yeah.
I loved it when COVID was on.
Yeah, I bet that was actually glorious, especially for photographing the horses.
We weren't doing any changing. No, there wasn't any changing really.
Yeah.
Well, it's just going around London without anybody being here.
No, last time I was here for many hours in the day because I was doing lives, but now I pre-shoot it like you. I do the work, as it were, inverted commas, and then leave. Because to be honest, think about the gunners or the troopers. Do they want to see the face of somebody standing in front of them for hours? Nah, absolutely not. Oh, great. Just like this girl lady with her hair cut. Okay, folks, happy to point out the correction. Yep. I think the longest I've been here this year in one stage was for 2 videos, which would have been from 10 a.m. the open to probably 12:30, maybe 12:40. But typically an hour and 30 minutes, 3 times a week. Why? For 2 reasons. One, as I shoot in 4K, it takes a long time to upload that footage. The longer it takes me to get home, the later the footage appears. If it appears after, say, 5 p.m, YouTube doesn't seem to care about it. So there are certain restrictions in terms of when it can be shot, how long it takes to upload and process, then when it can be published, and more importantly, how it's pushed out to all of you. But it's an interesting thing actually that the photographer there thought for a second that I was here all day. Nope, not my thing at all, not anymore. But, and again folks, this is not directed at a certain individual. Let me clarify that. A bunch of new people have started staying here for many, many, many hours. A lot of them have 2 or 3 phones recording for 2 or 3 platforms at the same time. It's turning the place into a circus. And from my point of view, it's out of order. Hey, it's just a point of view, folks. I have no more say than all of you, but I'd be interested to know, as I said before, what you think in the comments, people. How is this issue, this problem of idiots being here all day, how is it fixed? I mean, golly, look behind me, guys. Look at this. Okay. That's just the people that aren't anywhere close to the horse. And then if we go across the other side, across the front, and we haven't even gone into the yard yet. Isn't it just like, wow. However, this is a plus. For the moment, the horse is being left alone. That's key. Simple as that. Have a look at the group chat tonight. read what Michelle wrote as well. It's on your channel. You need to get rid of it. Is it already done? Is it gone? But if you're posting it when it's done, then I'm going to know, and I don't have to ask people like to remove stuff, because otherwise it's done. It's game over for all of us. You know this shit.
Your channel, I think the copying everyone.
Is it the one that we know personally?
Yeah.
Who?
I have the video as well.
But do you know who it is here that films it?
I think Manu have as well.
Yeah. I didn't see him for a few days actually. Manu hasn't been here for a few days.
They're cleaning the memorial out there.
Are they?
They're cleaning it, yeah.
Ah, ready for beating retreats next week, isn't it? Are you going to that?
I'm now. Are you?
I've got a ticket. In fact, I'll know tomorrow. I might be in Paris until Wednesday. If I do you want the ticket? It's up to you. If I see you before, then you're welcome to have it. Yeah.
Look, basically, since the beginning, should be gonna tell them that because we did everyone.
Yeah.
If we know that's not allowed, then
The biggest problem now is that there are so many people that no one actually knows who they are, which channels they're filming for. And that's a problem. Why? Because eventually, if they decide that we know the people we're talking about, those people are doing the wrong thing, it's over. No one will be allowed to film it.
we cannot control them because we don't know them.
Yep, it's a massive problem.
So yeah, the issue is we don't know. Now we know already.
Yeah. These rules are getting a little bit clearer, so let's hope people listen. Everyone just got told off there. I don't know what happened. We missed it. So we're standing here, but is there anyone even had that in this morning? Just us, no? Ah, yeah. Did you talk to him? I know who he is either. Yeah, no. Right, folks, going to the yard in a minute, we'll have a look. Luckily, this horse is being left alone. People arriving, pointing their cameras like from way back, which I think we'd all agree is an ideal case scenario, that they're not getting super close, not harassing the horse, not troubling the gunner. So let's move the camera way up and over. And try and squeeze through, have a look which horse we've got at the other end, etc, etc. It's been a while since I stated this so clearly on my videos, simply because by now most of you know it, especially in the blues. But folks, most importantly, anyone in HCAV that doesn't know me, you can always message me on Instagram if there is a piece of footage, if there is something that you dislike on my channel, or I will try and help if it's on another channel. Just DM me, folks. There's no agenda, won't ask you anything. Just tell me what you want removed and it will be gone. No discussions, no questions. That footage vanishes the second you say you don't want it there, okay? Now, everyone knows that there is a zero tolerance policy for filming off-duty guards, troopers, etc., and gunners, unless they're personally known to the person that's filming them and it's already been agreed that they want to be on camera, e.g. a certain recently retired trooper, etc., etc. So I'm hoping as well that most of you already know that, understand it, and appreciate that that's the smart way forward. Because at the end of the day, who am I? No one. A messenger, that's it. But I'm happy to be the messenger if it's going to keep things harmonious here for all of us, myself, the other people that film, and most importantly of all, everyone that works here. Super humid actually today. So for me, looking at people that are wearing jumpers and jackets and stuff, I'm like, wow, how's that even possible? Way too humid. And luckily the yard actually isn't seeing people getting super crowded around the archways. I think probably because they're all coming here instead, to be honest. What a gent. He put his wife in between him and the horse. Fashion show. That's a good picture, actually. They got a really good picture. No false smiles. That was really good. Oh. Bro, the horse doesn't want to lay his head on yours. That's an amazing... I've just noticed, folks, me not concentrating on the horse, trying to concentrate on the filming. That remarkable Valentine's Day star. I mean, is it a massive star, or is it a mini blaze? I'm not, entirely au fait with what constitutes what. I mean, it kind of drips down. It's almost like somebody splodged a big dollop of Dulux on the horse's head, and a couple of drips have gone down there. So it's like, yes, towards his nose. Beautiful horse, this one, actually. Really soft-looking face, really sort of, I was going to say feminine-looking, but we know it's probably a gelding. That said, I don't know, folks. I'm not going to say it is a gelding. I've got no clue. A couple of other names I think have cropped up recently. Somebody mentioned Crumpet as being one name for one of the King Troop horses, and Astra, another. I think the ones we've got so far that we know of, Crumpet, Astra, Burrito, Popcorn, I'm pretty sure somebody said Crumpet, etc, etc. So quite a surprising number, actually, which I personally regard as being a good thing. We'll never know all of them, and we will not be able to match them to the individual horses for the same reasons that new HCAV horses are becoming somewhat more elusive, shall we say, especially as the hoof numbers grow out and are not being clearly re-stamped. I have no idea who that is. That's whistling, trying to attract somebody's attention down the street. He's only succeeded in attracting the attention of the police and no one else. We will have a look in the yard because, oh god, here we go. Fruit Loop time. Excuse me, hello, can I speak to you, please? Wait, is he talking to the gunner or to the horse? I think the police are keeping on him. They've already spotted him. I think bro's listening to a divine spiritual being via his headphones, who's asking him to pass instructions to the horse. The police are on it, folks. Have no fear. I don't know what this loop is going to do. I mean, they've noticed that he's there. Bro, stop it.
He's got his tongue out.
What are you thinking, guys? Epiphany? Illegal substances, alcohol, or a mix of all three? Oh. Oh, what's next? Maybe he was listening to my comment about is it a mare or a gelding?
Go, Catherine. Love you.
Oh, apparently he loves me as well. Thank you, chap. I'm glad you like the channel. If he comes over, guys, I will ask Boss Man if he knows that this is planet Earth or whether he thinks he's ascending toward Mercury. I can't actually zoom out anymore, sadly, so it's either the dude or the horse. We can't have both. But the further back he gets, the better. Okay, he's gone. He's done with the horse today. He's gone to Trafalgar Square to have a chat with the lions, folks. Those lions around the base of Lord Admiral Nelson's statue at Trafalgar Square. There's always one. We know this. Come on, I mean, it's normally the case that they're here much earlier, but obviously loop time started at a somewhat delayed point today. It's good actually because he's the first person that one caught the eye of the police, but more importantly caught the eye of the gunner as a potential problem. In the end, he wasn't, but we know how quickly problems arise here. Yeah, just like this guy here from Mossad, I think, standing in the middle. He's like, I'm wondering actually, if we gave every IDF soldier a cavalry horse, would that make it quicker to complete the invasion and subjugation of Gaza? What do we think? I mean, I guess. In fact, it's like, horses, lions, maybe some elephants. We sign a bilateral trade agreement with the Indian government, some Indian elephants. That would make things a lot easier. I mean, elephants can pretty much destroy as much as tanks, am I right? He's like, yes, that's a good point, John. I'm going to order 72 elephants right now. Let me give Mr. Modi a message and see how long they're going to take for delivery. Very curious place to stop right in front of the gate in the middle of the path when everyone's walking around them. Odd Matrix moment I'm thinking we've got there, folks. Let's have a look in the yard, actually. See what's happening. Oh, out the back, one second, out the back, folks, as the photographer told me earlier, there is a massive crane. They're washing, I'm not sure if it's with a brush, they're washing the Guards Memorial. But let's have a quick look, because they put up a pavilion, a huge tent. We know that's for beating the retreat next week. Let's have a quick look at that before the changeover is going to start. Okay, so they've finished constructing the marquee, the VIP marquee. That's done. It looks to me that the seating's 100% finished as well. And one thing that you will be surprised about, ladies and gents, any of you that went to Trooping the Colour, notice that in front of each row of seating, currently covered, there is a loud speaker. Okay, that really makes the experience a lot different. Unless, of course, you happen to be unlucky enough to have the seat right in front of the speaker, in which case you're going to need to head along for an audiology test after beating the retreat. Perhaps a hearing aid, perhaps a couple of hearing devices, because the only thing you're going to be hearing is thoughts in your own head. Was that? Wow, the speakers, they're not super close, but they're pretty close. It reminds me, actually, that really loud noise is a very famous quote, folks. The first person ever in history to say, "What the was that?" The F word, "What the was that?" was actually, apparently, the mayor of Hiroshima. Yeah, I never knew that. They're also, I've just noticed, testing, 1, 2, 3, on the roof. That is not military, police, MOD, whatever snipers, folks. That is the sound and vision crew for beating the retreat. Notice they've put up a little gantry, they fix some microphones, etc., 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 ready for next week. I'm going to be kind of sad, actually, if I'm not in London. However, that will be what happens, folks, if I suddenly vanish for a day or two, or maybe even 3. If I do, my sincere apologies in advance, but at the end of the day, if I'm not in London, I can't be filming Horse Guards. We'll see. We'll see. I won't know about that until probably Friday morning. The noise in the tunnel when there's so many voices at once, wow. Right, we got back just in time. People are already starting to line up, as you can see. Our lovely gunner on this side. And on the other side. It's already squeezing into the best spots. Can't say I blame them. I mean, that's what I would do, isn't it, folks? I mean, we all know this. Now, I'm still sort of wondering to myself which is the best end, because the loops tend to end up at the other end. For some very odd reason, the large tour groups always seem to end up at this end, especially the school group. Every single interaction, problem, positive encounter we've had with a large school or travel group has been at this end. I don't know why. Very curious. It's almost like this is a magnet. And then there's no signage here, folks, that says, you know, school group A this way, school group B that way, whatever else. It's YouTube. Where is your group from? Oh, you're from China. Which part of China? Which part? Like which city or which area of China? Actually, wow. What do you think of this, of the horses and stuff? London is a beautiful city, and I think in Mandarin is how to say thank you. Is it she? How do you say thank you in Mandarin? Okay, when you want to say thank you in Chinese, in Mandarin Chinese, is it like she or something? Ah, so I got it right. Ah, wow. Okay, she for talking to me. Thank you. Wow, folks, that was interesting. I don't typically talk with the larger tour groups because some, but not all, far fewer, especially if they're from anywhere other than Beijing or Shanghai, often they speak English, and it's not fair of me to assume people can speak English. And I don't know how to say, do you speak English in Mandarin Chinese? And as you notice there, when you try to ask people, how do you say this in Mandarin Chinese? Mandarin Chinese is not a phrase that Chinese use to describe their own language, if that makes sense. So it's complicated. It's for YouTube. It's for YouTube. Yeah, it's a YouTube video. I was just talking with some of your students, and they were saying that horse is beautiful, London's an amazing city, and everything's good. Yeah. What do you think of this, of the horses and the guards and stuff? You're the teacher, I guess. Yeah. Okay, what do you think of this?
Is that an honor?
I mean, it is a big honor, yeah, because these soldiers, guards, and the horses are representing the king.
Yeah.
This place is the ceremonial entrance to Buckingham Palace. So it's a big deal. This is a royal area. But your students all seem like really happy and polite and overjoyed. Let me get out of your way though. Thank you. Oops. Okay, that was interesting, guys. Teacher wasn't even sure of what they're looking at, what this place is, but she was like, wow, great. Super duper. The masses formed along the line inside. That's not because of the Haagen-Dazs pop-up, guys, that's opened in the arches. It's solely because of the fact that, drum roll, there's not enough space for everyone. You see it jamming up behind the box. I think what I'll do is get myself behind the bollards. Thanks for that yesterday, by the way. Yeah. What have we got? I'm just looking up at the clock. Oh, actually, any moment the bollard area is going to be cleared. Right, here we go. Officers are on the job.
Step away now from the horses, please. Step back. Away from the horses now, please. Look back.
I personally think they should perform a light cavalry charge at these moments. What do you think, people? I mean, no one's going to argue with the horse and those long legs, are they? Prop it on it. Look at this. Love it. Brilliant.
Behind the bollards.
Problem is that there's not physically enough space for everybody to get behind the bollards. Honestly, look, it's really, 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 really busy.
Step back.
Absolutely brilliant work. Even the horse just said thanks. And for some reason, he just went, whoa.
Next one.
Employee is my guess. Oh, another superstar's arrived over on the far left, everybody. Even the horse said hi. Oh, we've got a gent in the far box, and I think we've got a lady gunner in the box coming up now. Superb. Ta-da! Oh, horse's straight away ears back. It's like, nah. Oh, polos, and carrots. at dismount coming up. Not going to see it super clearly, folks, but that's the best I can do. Pop. Love how clean the dismount is actually by the lady gunners. It's like kind of really elegant, almost like some sort of, you know, Jane Austen-esque dismount. Great to see. Bye bye to those two beauties. They'll be back in an hour. But who knows? We might be too. Okay, thumbs up. We are done at the front. Now everyone's going to start moving and flooding out. Let me use this opportunity to zoom along in front of everybody. Whee! To this end, folks, we've got a gent on the horse. Fine looking fellow, takes no nonsense at all from anyone. And it'll be interesting to see what sort of response tourists might get if they take the Michael. So I've got us a good spot, guys, right in front, which for the moment will do nicely. I'm going to try and ignore the absolute chaos to my left, look. Look at it. And focus on what might or might not happen in front. I mean, plenty might happen. Conversely, absolutely nothing might happen, but you know what? We'll be here either way. Okay, first sacrifice being wheeled up. I think he's going to bless the child before offering it up to the guard. He's like, don't be scared, it won't hurt. I'm just going to hand you over to the gunner, who pass your good self to the king. Oh, meanwhile, I completely forgot about the gunners in the yard that walking behind the horse a moment ago. I don't think, actually, that I've seen this horsey before. That's a very distinctively shaped star. Horsey, look at the camera. It's very beautiful. Yes. Isn't it? That actually, folks, looks like a snowflake, doesn't it? We're going to call this this horse Snowflake. I mean, it's not his actual name, but in fact, it'd be fun if it were. But I'm about 99.9% certain it's not. The chance of me ever guessing any horse's name correctly is pretty much zero. So, but that is a snowflake. Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. I'm starting to feel more like a CCTV camera installation at this point than an actual videographer. As they all flood around me. You just realise that the horse doesn't in fact speak Polish, unfortunately.
Yeah, I got some.
It's a very unusual phenomenon, isn't it, guys? How the crowding is there, and then all of a sudden everybody stands back like there's an invisible force field holding them back from the horse. There are no markings on the ground, no signage, nothing to indicate that you can or can't be here or there. It just naturally happens. It's a very curious phenomenon. Oh. Somebody just said this is TikTok live. It's actually not, but don't worry about it. Right, roll up, and so it begins. He's super observant, this gun, actually. It's great. He's really observant. Sort of scanning the entire crowd like a Terminator. If this dude leans on the horse, folks, that horse is not getting up again. Oh, it's choosing up. What the hell? I don't understand. What the oh my goodness me. I hope that's not the mum. In fact, that'd be even worse if that's a teacher. She actually just shoved that girl. I'm not sure if we quite caught it or not. What the flip? Did you see that, guys? Or not? Bloody hell. Does anyone know which language they're speaking? That's like the most aggressive teacher or mum. That can't be the mum. What the flip? I'm pretty sure they're speaking German. Well. I have no idea if we caught that or not, but that was not a nice thing to see at all. She absolutely shoved her over there. Come on, grab the reins and get owned in front of your students. Remember last year, guys, when we had a German teacher who told her pupils not to get too close to the guard, and then went and touched the guard and got screamed at. Wow. Just wow. It's a shame that I'm the only person at this end at the moment that got that. I don't know if it's on camera. I'd actually ask the student, because that, to me, honestly, that was, I wouldn't quite go as far as saying abusive, but it wasn't bloody far off. Oh, wait, she's got a drink. What's that drink? Got a drink for the pub. It's funny actually, because I know a lot of things happen on the camera that I don't see or comment on. Just kind of, you know, if I'm focusing on one thing that's just happened, often other small things happen. Like a lot of you have mentioned, you know, like pushy parent in the background, or girl did this, or someone was nice, or whatever. Always there's something going on in addition to what I'm actually narrating on, which is unfortunate, but this is the best thing about having you guys, a solid community who are super observant. She's in the box. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Oopsie. Yikes. Now, I'm going to surmise that you're looking happy it wasn't you. Did that make you jump? Yeah, just a little bit. Oh wow. That was not the loudest either. Which country are you from? You're from Switzerland. Yeah. Apparently the guys shout the loudest at Swiss people. Yeah, just like when...
I don't think so.
No, they don't, I promise. No, we know that Swiss are super, super chill and super polite. See you. Oh, wow. Goodness gracious me, actually. The reaction of some of the tourists raised a wee smile. The officer closest to me was laughing. Because some tourists actually, we didn't sit on the camera like around here, they physically jumped, they're like, whoa! Wow. Come on, horsey, eat someone. Let's make it a full house. Now, one thing we haven't seen today at all. Oh, haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, I know. I just do private stuff. All good, yeah. Okay, that's the army officer tour guide. I just wonder who it was that tapped me for a second. Haven't seen him for a while. Oh, he's screaming at everybody as well. Look at that. They probably just arrived realizing what the hell are all these people doing here. Luckily, they've got a small gap between the buses. Look, it's like being at a football game, guys, in the crowd, waiting to get into the stadium at this point. And people are getting way too close. They're not quite in the box, but they're not far off. She's in the box. Maybe, maybe not. Strictly speaking, yes, but only 50%. I think anybody wearing yellow gets get out of getting screamed at free card. Oh, goodness me. Bridal chaos, folks. Part 2. I think is going to be this kind of life story in 1 hour. In other words, I'm firmly rooted to this spot. Oh. He must be cheesed off with just the sheer number of people. I mean, if I turn around, looking along the front here now, there is at least 1,000 people. Oh, Banana Girl is back. His ears are back at this point. They actually are allowed. I know it's crazy, but yeah, it's not allowed. It's hard to believe it. Yeah, I know it's hard to. I know it's odd, isn't it? But yeah, where are you guys from? Oh, Costa Rica. You're probably the first Costa Ricans I've ever met here. I mean, we have this is like United Nations, as you can see, but oh wow, Costa Rica. Actually, guys, I'm kind of foolish. What I should have said a second ago is, can you give me a recommendation for a fine coffee shop in London? We all know that Costa Rica is source of probably the world's finest coffee. Of course, I can take. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Okay, guys, Costa Rica's finest is coming up in the video. I've got their phone as well. I know I'm not going to run away and sell it in East London. There you go. My pleasure, guys. You'll be in my video today. If you want to watch yourself on YouTube later.
Oh.
Hey, I'll show you the channel.
YouTube.
How does London coffee compare with Costa Rican coffee?
I'm so sorry, but
It's bad, yeah? Like really bad.
not that bad.
Not that bad, but no, not as good. It can't
It
be.
has no honey. Like
can compare, you know.
On this one.
You're London City Walks?
Wait, you know this channel?
Yes,
You
I
joke.
watch your
No,
TikTok.
no, seriously,
On
come on.
TikTok.
Are you actually serious?
Yes.
Wait, so people in Costa Rica even know the channel? Oh my god, wow. Okay. That's really freaky.
On
Okay.
TikTok.
So you actually, yeah, you're in today's YouTube video.
Oh, perfect. That's
Hey, wow. Wow, it was really nice to meet you guys. Thanks for being so friendly, yeah? See you. Well, I'm super, super glad, everybody, that the lovely ladies didn't grab the reins. Oh my god, what just happened? Oh goodness me, I thought for a second that somebody had just gotten run over by a bus. It was a water bottle. Bus ran over a water bottle and it exploded. Oh good lord.
That was refreshing.
Was it a water bottle?
Yes.
Ah, no wonder everybody was like, ah! Bloody hell. It's all happening here today, isn't it? Like, really? Gosh. The only thing that isn't happening yet, folks, is peace and quiet or rain. This is what we're looking at still. Wow, how amazing to meet two people, the first two people I've ever met, I think perhaps even in my life, from Costa Rica, and they knew the channel. Like, wait, what? Ladies, thank you very much for saying hi to me. What a day it's been, folks. People ask me sometimes, why do you do it? That is why I do it. It's incredible how positive some of these experiences are that we get to enjoy when we're outside. Okay, here comes another flow. Flood, actually, more like not a flow. Golly gosh, extraordinary. I'm sort of wondering actually whether or not we should break to the other end for a while and then return. I know somebody else is going to get massively schooled if I leave this spot. Plus we were absolutely bang on centre for that shout and subsequent reaction, weren't we? Get back. I mean, those are the two words that we hope to hear from the mouths of a gunner or a trooper when tourists are not being respectful, crowding the horse, whose ears are still, I mean, they're not like completely back, but they're kind of, what do you call that, guys, equestrians? Actually, they are back, aren't they? If they're not forward, then inherently they're back, or they're kind of in the middle position. Is there a phrase for when the ears are in the middle position? It's almost like the horse can't decide if it's peed off or not. It's like, let me think about that for a moment. I'll get back to you. I mean, we've actually got, remarkably, ladies and gents, a glimmer of sunshine just arriving from Trafalgar Square. Not sure if the image is a little bit brighter than it was before. Sometimes, by the way, I've noticed in the comments, guys, sometimes you say, oh, is there something on the camera or the image is not as clear? Aha, who's this? Miss Costa Rica is back. back from round two. Your mum's got a great smile. Who is up next, ladies and gents? I wonder. Tall bro. He's like, God damn it, we parked a horse here. I'm trying to get my morning coffee, man. Somebody parked a horse right there. Oh, wait, which... Should we shouting Ella or Yella? I am fortunately, folks, for the moment at least, the only person who's filming at this end. I think finally the gun is going to get left alone. He's like, thank God. Okay, let's move briefly the other end, I think. All good?
Taken off.
About 15-20 minutes ago, somebody got a little bit too close and he shouted massively at them. Get back.
I'll have to see that.
Yeah, that's
I
in
heard some
today's.
kid talking about him trying to eat his hair. So.
It's been really crazy busy. And everybody just got scared. The bus ran over that water bottle and it exploded.
Oh, was that what that was?
The screams made me think that maybe somebody just got run over or hit by a vehicle, but it's too busy here, isn't it?
See, when I was here at 11, it was wonderful.
It was yeah, exactly. But this, I mean,
This is a little mad.
it just, and it's going to get a lot worse. In fact. A lot worse. So what do you think?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I mean, when you actually sort of look up at it, it kind of doesn't look real, does it?
Yeah,
It's really spectacular.
it's really amazing.
I don't think, I mean, okay, Eiffel Tower a little bit maybe, but I can't think of anything else that has quite that impact when you look at it for the first time.
Like I said, it was always under construction. So.
Worth a trip back just for that. I mean, that's the money shot, isn't it? So many people that are just stopping in the middle of the road to get a picture and stuff.
That's what I did.
So you are guilty as everyone else is holding up the traffic.
No, I stopped in the media. I stopped in the.
It's got to be done. I mean, especially if you've flown here all the way from the US. They can wait, all right, or not?
So take care.
You too. And it was nice to meet you, yeah?
to meet you.
And you are in today's video, as you saw this morning. I mean, if you want to
I already told
again,
I already told my mom, and my dad watches every day. He
Yeah.
doesn't miss it. So.
say hi to your folks back at home.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hey, Dad. Get better soon. We'll see you.
Yeah. Hey, best wishes. Hopefully,
He's in the hospital right now. So.
he's in hospital. Serious? Or he's going to be okay?
I hope so.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Okay. Best of luck. Hopefully, it all works out. Get better soon, Dad.
Take care. Nice meeting you.
You too. Pleasure. Oh, wait. That's the most junior gang signs we've ever seen. Okay, let's move ourselves on a bit. I don't know what's going on with the traffic today, folks. Why we've got this this almost car park like environment here on Whitehall. Let's hope we never see or hear somebody getting pushed into the traffic, because bus versus human. That's a Superman. That's a Dunner. Okay, so we are B for back, guys, back at this end. And this lovely gunner, thus far, seems to have been relatively left alone compared to her colleague at the other end. No idea how long that will last. In fact, what I do need to do, just remember, is check what time I was going to move to the clock, but then I could just have a look on my other phone. 1 minute. See what time it is.
Let's go inside the castle. Let's see inside. Remember we saw the changing of the guards and everything? Oh, there's buckinghampalace.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure if the micro picked it up. Lady saying to my family, let's go and have a look inside the castle. That's interesting. I mean, obviously some people might well mistake this for a castle. Perfectly a reasonable thing to assume. But I don't think I've actually heard anyone say it before. Let's go into the castle. I mean, what's a defining feature of a castle? I guess a turret. Because there are plenty of castles that don't have a moat, so all their castles don't have turrets, or actually I don't know. What's the definition of a castle? Does it need to include a moat or a turret? In other words, can you have a castle without a moat or a turret? So I don't know, is my point. I've never really sort of looked into defining a castle. I mean, to be honest, this looks more like a tower than a castle, even though it's neither. It's a barracks. Bro's going to slap the horse's nose. Actually, folks, Penny's just dropped the gun at the other end that we were filming a little while ago, who shouted. He, in fact, Hasn't got that much longer left until he's done for the day, which is somewhat problematic. Now let's see how we go with the part 2, if there's going to be one. I'll figure it out.
Do not touch it.
You are allowed. Crazy, no? You are allowed to touch it. I know, it's crazy.
You are?
Yeah, honestly.
But we have seen some videos like the horse cars. The horse doesn't like if someone touches it.
But I think this is good, because if people are silly and they go up and, like, you know, pat the horse and stuff, and the horse bites them or throws them on the floor, great, it's their own fault, no? I mean, this is the horse's world, isn't it, right?
Yeah.
Serves them right. But yeah, actually patting the horse, I mean, obviously you can't grab the reins, but a lot of stupid people still grab the reins as well.
That's probably is not good. Kick or bite.
Yep. I'm hoping he doesn't kick or bite you or your relatives.
That's what I'm telling them. Do not touch it.
Ah, okay. Oh. God damn, it's busy. I think tour guys got a bit confused. I think it's the Trojan horse. He just said, "Do you want to step inside the horse?" Wait, what? I think this is Troy or something.
Oh my God! I need to take a picture. I need to Marina Jaya. Kiko? There you go. 1, 2, 3. Salado.
I'll be closer.
Don't touch it. Without
We'll be ending part 1 in just a moment, guys. You can't see, you're allowed to touch the horse. Crazy, you're allowed to touch the horse. I know it's crazy, but you are allowed. Yeah. Really surprising though, isn't it, to be honest?
It says might bite or might kick.
Yeah, it's a lot of tourists have been bitten and even thrown on the floor. I just didn't seem to.
Wait, Connor.
Oh, sorry. It's okay, sorry.
James.
Right, anyone else? There's another one on this side as well, and you can have a look in the middle.
Wow, that was quite a hectic part 1. And Bro's happy smile on the left is all we needed, guys, to say have a nice day, and I will be back hopefully shortly for part 2. Well done, that man on the left. Back soon, guys.